Tuesday of next week, Dia.
All right, Jill, thank you. Apple is closing an iPhone loophole that helps police with investigations. And Oprah has done a lot of things, and now she's godmother of a cruise ship. Jane King has these stories and so much more. It's today's Business Report.
Apple is making it more difficult for police to break into iPhones. The company is closing a loophole where police would pay a third party to break into a phone. Now, police would use the information to try to track down criminals or terrorists. Law enforcement is angry about Apple's move. Well, Lowe's is no longer checking shoppers' receipts at the door. The company was checking the receipts at stores that were considered to be high theft. Over Memorial Weekend, a man says he was stopped and told to show his receipt twice at a store in Philadelphia. But there was no check when he shopped at a store in the suburbs. He says the staff told him the receipt policy only applied at inner city stores. Lowe's says the company's intention is to make everyone feel welcome. Anheuser-Busch pulling funding from a controversial alcohol study. The New York Times says its money was calling into question the credibility of the study. The NIH last month suspended enrollment in this clinical trial on the health benefits of moderate drinking after questions about the beer company's sponsorship of that study. And also, Holland America has a new cruise, a 3-day girls getaway, and Oprah is front and center. The cruise will embark from Fort Lauderdale and head to the Bahamas. Guests will have the opportunity to attend one of 3 live conversations with Oprah. Additionally, editorial staff from O, the Oprah magazine, will be on board hosting special events. From the NASDAQ, I'm Jane King with your business update.
Jane King, thanks so much. Let's take a look, see how those stocks are performing at this noon hour. Dow Jones Industrial down 4 points to 25,196. NASDAQ Composite, it's climbing 63 points to sit right now at 77.58. Credit card holders can expect to fork out more money in interest payments annually. Consumers are in store for higher interest rates on that plastic. This after the Federal Reserve raised its benchmark interest rate a quarter point. According to Compare Cards, the rate hike will result in an estimated $2.2 billion alone in interest payments for cardholders with balances. And if there are 2 more rate hikes as forecasted, it could boost interest paid on credit cards to roughly $10 billion next year. Managing work and kids during the summer months can often be challenging, but a new Career Builder survey finds majority of working parents say you can have it all. In fact, 78% of workers with kids at home say it's possible to be equally successful in your career and as a parent, but time at the office is taking a toll on some families. More than a third of working parents say that they've missed a significant event in their child's life due to work in last year. There is troubling news to report from the Centers for Disease Control. The nation's preterm birth rate continues to rise. The latest data shows preterm births increased from 9.5% in 2014 to nearly 10% in 2016. The upswing comes after a long period of decline. Preemies are at high risk of developmental delays, chronic health problems, and even early death. Well, here's motivation to get yourself to church on Sunday, or a mosque or temple. New research finds having strong ties to religion may increase your life expectancy. Ohio State researchers scoured 1,500 obituaries for this study. Those who were heavily involved with church lived nearly 4 years longer than people whose obits made no mention of religion. Researchers say the increase in longevity is likely due to the social connections and volunteerism of religious groups. Well, you've heard of soccer camp and football camp, but what about